Hey there, Mel Abraham here from Thoughtpreneur Academy, and in this video we're going to talk about if you don't have the right positioning, your marketing strategies will never work. So stay tuned. Curious, when you think of soda, what comes to mind? Was it Coca-Cola? Was it Pepsi? Why did they come to mind first? Was it because you saw their latest sales funnel? Or did you opt into their email list? Or was it because they position themselves as leaders in their space and focus on a long-term positioning of a brand and a product? What would happen if you did that in your niche? Well, the good news is that your niche doesn't have to be worldwide like Coca-Cola or Pepsi, which means the process is much easier for entrepreneurs and difference makers just like you. Unfortunately, most invisible entrepreneurs never tap into this, and if you feel like you're putting out content with no traction, then this may be exactly what you're doing. I hope you realize there's a reason why 10 people can all use the same exact marketing strategy, yet get such drastic results. Why can one entrepreneur simply kill it with a webinar while someone using the exact same process have a webinar that absolutely bombs? It's the positioning and messaging. How are you being perceived by your audience and the market? See, most people don't know, but that can be fixed by dialing the three things I call distinction, reach, and prescription, which is my legacy maker formula. Let me explain. Distinction is all about where your uniqueness comes in. It's the content you create, it's how you create it, and it helps position, it starts the positioning. Whereas reach is about connecting with the audience and building the credibility and platform to get your stuff out to them and to serve them. Then you need prescription, which is how are you going to monetize it? And most invisible entrepreneurs never put value here because they never realize money is how you have the impact, how you make the impact, and you're able to do the things at a level that thought leaders do. So these are the pillars of my legacy maker formula, but I want to turn to something else to help you start to understand this just a little bit better. And this is what I call the positioning triad. To do this, let's jump to the iPad. So a thought leader brand or a difference maker, we actually build the brand based on three elements that drive how the audience sees us. And the first is about the reputation that we have in the marketplace. So the reputation is actually how they see us. It's not what we think about ourselves, it's what they think about us, what they see from the outside. Then from reputation, we need to get into how do we build relationships. See, the mistake that a lot of folks make in this space is they focus on transactions versus relations. We need to focus on relations. What's happening here is that, especially in a difference maker space, you're making a difference in their lives. You're solving problems. They're coming to you with their broken baby, their angst, their pains, their problems, which means that they need to trust you. And in order to trust you, that comes from relationships, not transactions. And those relationships become far-reaching. So we have reputations, we have relationships, and when we get that right, what ultimately happens is we get results from them. And so we have a specific transformation that we're promising, a specific outcome that moves them from point A to point B. So how is this done? How is this done? There's a couple of things to think about in doing this. When it comes to reputation, this is about having a rhythm with your communication. In other words, when are you putting out your content? How often are you putting out your content? What kind of content are you putting out? Whether it's speaking, whether it's video, whether it's written, how are you doing it? How are you communicating to continue to perpetuate the reputation you have, to keep that connection? And then when it comes to relationships, it's about connection. So how are you connecting with them? How are you letting them inside to see your soul, to see what you stand for, what you believe in, so they can make the decision to say, I like the stuff that he or she is saying. I like that. I'm going to follow them. Not only am I going to follow them, I'm going to share it because I think that this is good for other people. So we need to figure out what is the vehicle and the way that you're going to continually connect and let them in to see you in an authentic way. And then the results, that's all about the content, your insights, your frameworks, the information that you have, how it's packaged, how it's delivered, how it's actionable, how it allows them to say, I get it, I can do it, and they go and execute and they get results. So when we're talking about this positioning triad, we got to ask ourselves, what's the reputation? How do they see us from the outside? How am I building relationships and deepening those relationships? And can I get results for them? And the way we do that is through communication, connection, and content. So that's going to help you start to elevate and move down into the legacy maker formula. And yet we need to understand that this is just one aspect of the legacy maker formula. It's dealing with positioning, which is really about your reach and your audience and your platform. But remember, we still need to have the distinction, and we need to still have the prescription, the ability to monetize it in a way. So here's what I've got for you. I want to invite you to a free training that I'm doing where I'm going to go deeper into the legacy maker formula, where we can go in and start to understand what is it going to take for you to build that difference maker business the way you want to have the impact and the income that you truly want to have, to get your information out there, whether you're a speaker, an author, a trainer, a coach, a course creator, whatever it is. How do you get it out in the world so you have the reputation, you have the connection, and you get the results from them? So look for the link around this video. Join me on that free training. Let's dig in and let's give you the tools to make it happen. See you there. Invisible entrepreneurs. Hey there, Mel Abraham here from Thoughtpreneur Academy. And in this video, I have no idea what I'm talking about.